It's episode, I think it's 350 or it's 351. I'm not sure which. Or 450, 451, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Of the Pittsburgh Nerd Podcast. I'm Sean.
And I'm Ian, and this is the only podcast that says,
I feel like a little boy who lost his first tooth, put it under the pillow, waiting for the tooth fairy to come. Only 2 evil burglars have crept in my window and snatched it before she could get here. Wait a second. Do you understand the concept of the tooth fairy? Explain it to them. Wait, no. She takes the goddamn thing and she gives you a quarter. They got my tooth. I want it back.
okay.
It's from the rundown.
Okay.
Yeah, it's walking in the rundown. So how are you, sir?
I'm good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good. Traveled. I'll bet, yeah. Ian has started a new job where he travels now.
Yeah.
Is that exciting? Is you digging it? Is it like a unique experience for you?
Yeah, first week was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hotel living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there this week a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to go out. I was there Monday through Thursday this week.
Yeah.
And normally I'm just there Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Yeah.
So, but it was training and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I had all that good stuff.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
Dolly. Oh, jeez.
Oh, heck.
Yeah. Excuse me. I hit the wrong pipe. All that extra bullshit you got to go through when you start a new job.
Yeah, intake stuff and training and orientation.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't have to go out, thank God, till Wednesday or Tuesday night.
All that. This is where this is, and this is where we keep this. And
yeah. So it's still learning all that stuff, you know.
Yeah. Here's where the shitter is.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, it's a cool place.
Cool.
Yeah, I like it. Different.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Like, are you going to be staying like at the same hotel all the time?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I have to call them tomorrow, actually, but they have a discount for travelers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, probably will.
That's cool.
If I go any further out,
Yeah.
I'll probably get a short-term apartment or something like that. It's cheaper in the long run.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, they
Yeah.
have short-term leases and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking around.
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just a little... I don't know why I'm tired today. I shouldn't be.
Need catch up day.
Maybe. It was a long week. Like,
Yeah.
So this week I'll have a shorter week. So I just stay out there Tuesday through Thursday.
Yeah.
And I work Friday and come home. But it's about 2 hours, 40 minutes, something like that.
Driving.
Yeah, all turnpike.
That's not bad.
Well, the majority of it. All the 20 minutes is turnpike.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not too bad.
Cool.
Yeah, so that was my week. I didn't do shit. I need to get a Prime
Like a Fire Stick or
Yeah.
Roku box or something that you can...
hook into the hotel.
Yeah.
And I can plug everything in.
Yeah.
So that'll probably be my first purchase after payday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Roku.
Yeah.
I do. Like, I mean, I know Fire Stick's popular, and I don't have a problem with it, but I bought that Roku, and I know they make them like in like the stick form, like that, but my Roku just works fine. Like, it just like I haven't had a single problem with it. Like, it always seems like with Fire Sticks, it's like if you don't like go back to it on a regular basis, and like the software is like always like you're like 3 updates behind or some shit.
We're always on it, so.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like with at home, I've got a Fire Stick down on the downstairs TV. The only thing I use it for is Apple TV.
Okay.
Where everything else we subscribe to, I can get through my Comcast box.
I see.
So it's like one of those things where, like, you know, I'm dreading, like, there's something I want to watch on Apple TV, and I'm like, I know it's going to be a pain in the ass to update.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that Roku, the glorious thing about it is it stays on all the time.
Yeah.
So if it updates, it just does it automatically.
Yeah.
You know, which is nice. So
I'll get one of them.
yeah.
But yeah, so I'll like that better.
Yeah.
Because I watched like The Matrix this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like whatever was on TV.
Yeah.
I watched the championship game. And yeah, not much.
Yeah, the endless loop of movies on TNT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and actually the hotel had I think Showtime and HBO and stuff. But I mean, like I'm still limited.
Yeah.
You know, I can only watch what's on TV.
Right.
Versus
Exactly. Yeah. It's like you get HBO, but you only get one HBO. And again, you know, there's no on demand.
Right. So it's a little rough.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine.
So yeah, there's that. But I stayed at a Best Western. It was really clean. Of course, I Lysoled everything down.
Of course, yeah. I expect nothing less from you.
I did. I Lysoled everything. Took the top sheet off.
Yeah.
Lysoled everything.
So I'm going to guess you haven't had a chance to watch like Peacemaker.
No. Did not. The only thing I did watch was let's see, I got caught up on The Expanse and Boba Fett.
Yeah. I do not get, like, okay, Book of Boba Fett. The first episode was fantastic. The second episode was fantastic. The second episode was nothing more than Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm watching it and I'm going, this is just Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah.
And like other people are like, yeah, it's Lawrence of Arabia, but in Star Wars, like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You know. The third episode, well, I'll admit wasn't a banger. Like, people are just shitting all over it.
Really?
I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah. Like, it was like I mean, it wasn't as good as the first two, don't get me wrong, but I still enjoyed the episode.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't like, oh, this is a fucking turd. You know, and people are just shitting all over for some reason. I don't get the hate.
Yeah, I don't either. And I watched a show called The Colony, a movie.
Okay.
It was all right. Wasn't great.
Yeah.
I was hoping for better. And then I watched something that I'll never get my life back from. So, you know how Netflix, you bring up Netflix and it's like the top 10 this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm flipping through and I couldn't decide what to watch, and I flipped over to Brazened or something like that. I swear that's what it's called.
Yeah.
You're okay?
Yeah. I got like fucking whatchamacallit. Heartburn.
Uh-huh.
Weird. I never get heartburn.
So I'm watching that, and it had Alyssa Milano in it. I know. But the story seemed, like, from what I read, it seemed pretty good.
Yeah.
Like it was you know, crime drama.
Right.
Movie.
Right.
Type of thing. Homicide.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, you know, everyone was in bed. I'm like, throw it on. So I threw it on, and I'm just going to say it's like a little bit up from a Hallmark movie, but not really. Like it's
yeah.
It's like right there.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, you know, and then I got about a quarter of the way through it. I was like, I should just turn it off. And I'm like, no, I just finish it, you know? And so the whole plot was Alyssa Milano had come to see her sister, and her sister was trying to get her kid back and all this crap.
Yeah.
But her sister had a side job. And her side job was a dominatrix.
Oh, okay. I'm down with that. Yeah, I'm there.
Right. And so the sister had this room in her attic.
Yeah.
Or her bedroom.
Yeah.
It was probably like a gigantic walk-in closet that she turned into like a dungeon.
Yeah.
And had a lock on it and shit. Whatever.
Yeah.
But they would show like images from the. I mean, they would show like, you know, her sister.
Yeah.
Mostly the end. You know what I mean? And I'm like, whatever. And she got murdered in the first like 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
And so it was all Melissa Milano now.
Yeah.
And so, but she was a crime writer. Yeah. So she was a homicide writer. And it's just so conveniently that one of the detectives in the city lived right next to her sister.
Of course, yeah.
And so they went on a date, and when they came back from their date, I think that's when the sister was dead. Get it?
Yeah.
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 So, yeah, it just went on from there. And then all of a sudden, you know, of course, Melissa Milano is involved in the investigation, and
Oh, yeah. Of course.
they want her input.
Yeah. Because she's a writer.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. All this crap.
Oh,
and then all of a sudden...
Well, this sounds so horrible.
It did. It was terrible. And so... it was so bad. And all of a sudden... And I knew it. I knew this was going to happen as soon as I saw the header of the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how are we going to catch the killer? Well, Melissa Milano is going to offer herself to become the next...
Of course.
Correct.
Oh.
In order to come catch the killer.
Yeah.
So she puts the get up on with her boobs out and stuff like that.
That's glorious. Yeah.
So it was horrible. And I was so disgusted with it. I was like, so bad. It was so bad. And then so I finished out The Witcher.
Nice.
Yeah. Which I end up loving.
I gotta go back and rewatch. Like, I fell off the wagon there because I fell asleep during an episode. Like, I was just tired. It wasn't because it was boring. I was just tired.
And you got lost.
I did.
See, I still am having a hard time figuring out. Because I did the same thing.
Yeah.
And I finished it through.
Yeah.
But I still have a hard time figuring out who's good and who's bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who's good, and then I think they're good, and then, nope, they're not good, they're bad.
Right. And
I'm trying to decipher on
right.
whose side am I supposed to be on, and is there a side?
The only side I'm on is the Witcher side.
The elves. And
yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck's happening? There's
yeah.
dwarf involvement.
Yeah.
So, which I think the dwarves are really good.
Yeah.
I mean, they're really doing really good with these, you know.
Yeah.
portrayals. I think one of my favorite characters is the dragon. I think that was like the neatest thing I've ever seen. Human form, I thought. Yeah. Really cool. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. I mean, in Yennefer and like everything, like I said, like I got to go back and I just got to do a whole.
Yeah, I know.
Because there are some things that are taking place where also, like, I'm watching going, like, I don't, like, because it was, like, so long between season 1 and season 2, I'm like, fuck, I don't remember this. I could go back and watch season 1 and season 2 together. You know, I was like, holy
yeah, there were some time flops that if you weren't paying attention.
Like, I understood season 1 was a time, like, issue. Like, I figured that out.
Yeah.
Like, like, by the end of season 1, I was like, okay, yeah, I get it. But, like, and this isn't a criticism of the show, but it's just like I think it was so long between season 1 and season 2. Like they're referencing shit back from season 1, and I'm like, what? Did I miss that?
Right.
I gotta go. So I'm just gonna go back and rewatch the whole thing. because like I said, I'm watching it and I fell asleep. I'm like, I'm fucking lost. I got no idea what the fuck's going on. So I'm just gonna stop here and I'm just gonna go back from the beginning. Because I mean, I enjoy the show, but like I was watching on a day I was just exhausted, and the next thing I know, I'm like, what the fuck?
3 episodes later.
Yeah. So yeah, this isn't good. So I do have to catch up with that and rewatch it. But I needed something light, and I started seeing like snippets of this show, and I thought, well, this looks really fucking fun. I'm gonna give it a try. It's a show called Letterkenny.
Okay.
It's Canadian.
Yeah, I think they've watched it. But good.
It is pretty fucking funny.
Okay.
Like, I'm surprised. Like, I mean, it's raunchy humor. Wayne, the main character, is about as hick as you can get. You know, but yet he has, morals and standards, but it's just, it's a really fucking funny show. If you haven't watched, I'd recommend it.
Okay.
Like it's like 10 seasons, but each season's like 6 or 7 episodes long. It's only a half-hour show.
Yeah.
So it flies by.
Right.
Like I'm on season 7 right now.
Oh, okay.
So I started watching that, and then you've got to watch Peacemaker.
Is it good?
Oh, I mean, they released 3 episodes.
Okay.
Each episode's an hour.
All right.
But fuck, is it good?
Really?
Oh. And, I mean, you want to, like, again, this is James Gunn being James Gunn. Like, Nancy watched the first episode. She's like, fuck, this is weird. I'm like, yeah, it's very James Gunn.
Yeah.
But the other side of it is, like, he is digging deep into the hair metal pull. Like with Guardians of the Galaxy, it was all about, like, that 70s kind of AM rock type of stuff, and with this, it's like he's pulling out metal bands like I don't even remember reading about in like Circus and shit, like like the Choir Boys and like some Wigwam, like shit where I'm just like, fuck, I forgot these bands even fucking existed. Faster Pussycat, Y&T. You're just like, holy shit. Like, I forgot this band fucking existed, but there they are,
Yeah.
And it's like been, that aspect of it's been like really amusing and sometimes a little bit distracting because like they'll play something and you'll be like, I know that fucking band. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but overall, I mean, the show's batshit crazy, and it's exactly what you expect from James Gunn.
Right.
And I love it.
So it's good?
I'm loving every minute of it.
Okay. I did go see a movie.
Well, what'd you go see?
Scream.
Okay, I got it. First of all, I'm surprised. I'm not surprised you went to go see this, but like, was it any good?
Yeah.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. I quite enjoyed it.
Good.
Yeah. This might make number 2 out of the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah. I really liked it. Like,
yeah,
it brought back that old vibe.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn good. I really liked it. The way it was done, it was a well done Scream movie. So I might place this number 2. There was one disappointing factor in it that I couldn't get over, but
overall, a really well done.
Yeah.
Because like Scream 1 was like game changing to the slasher genre.
Sure.
And it's a really, really well done movie.
It is.
Wes Craven and I think the writer's name was Kevin Williamson. they knocked that shit out of the park.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah. I mean, Scream 2 is like, I mean, it plays on what it is. It's a sequel.
Yeah.
It knows it's a sequel. It's telling you it's a sequel. Right. You know, I mean, it plays on that. And, I mean, it's good enough. And, I mean, 3, I was like, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I didn't even watch 4.
Right.
So, like, when I saw this is coming, I was like, you know, I don't know.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to say, I liked it.
Yeah.
Oh, hell of a lot. Yeah.
Wow.
Had a couple twists and turns.
Yeah.
Little bit of a surprise ending.
Yeah.
Which the first one did.
Yeah.
But I did. I liked it. I don't know why. I don't know why I liked it so much. It was kind of refreshing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As for like a 5th movie in the series,
yeah,
it was very refreshing. I was
yeah.
like, wow, that's cool. Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
And they did play a little bit into the stab movies.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, there was a couple points where they brought people back, but there was a reason behind it.
Yeah.
And stuff. You know what I mean? I don't want to give away too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want you to give away anything either.
But yeah, it was really good. Effects were good. The kills were good. Yeah, everything. Yeah, it was really good. I have to say, I mean, like it was thoroughly.
Yeah.
Worth the dough to go see it.
Good.
Yeah. Well, plus we saw it at Destenta.
Yeah.
So it was $5.
That's you know.
$5.
Yeah, it's a hard number to beat. Like I keep waiting for them to like change that.
They haven't.
No, and
I mean $5 first run movies.
Yeah, I mean that's where I went and saw Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know.
You went there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so did I. I went and saw Spider-Man there too.
And
you
I mean,
just can't beat it.
All right. I mean, part of the problem is like, I mean, you know, as much as I love going to see them in IMAX and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I mean, if you're going to like that, I mean, it's like uber crowded.
Yeah.
You know, I just didn't feel like dealing with the crowd.
Yeah.
And 2, you know, by the time you're $30 in the hole.
Yeah.
You know, where I can go up there and I got that refillable bucket too.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like $4 to refill my bucket of popcorn, $5 for the movie, and a few bucks for an icy. I'm for a half. You know, I'm in.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a tough.
It's not a bad theater.
No, it's not.
It's not that bad of a theater.
No.
So.
It is not like, you know, the sticky floors and.
No.
You know. It's well maintained and stuff like that. I think the problem is just it's gone through so many owners since it opened up,
right,
20 years ago or so.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as they keep bringing movies up there, I'll go see them up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a good movie.
Good.
Yeah. That was really cool. With the kills were like what I really liked.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kill factor was good. I love the voice too.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite. It's so iconic now.
Yeah.
But I love it when he talks to him.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I watched today The Eternals.
How was that?
It's okay.
Okay.
Like I was entertained by it. Like I get why some people were like, "Oh, it was a bad movie." I kind of get it. Mm-hmm. Because it's a weird feeling Marvel movie.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't feel like a Marvel movie. It doesn't feel like it takes place in the Marvel universe, despite the fact they talk about it.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of part of its problem.
Okay.
You know, but I thought, like, you know, overall, I thought it did its job.
Okay.
Which was to help propel another part of the the universe. You know, because we've heard about the thing it does more than anything is it gives you a better grasp of what a celestial is.
Okay.
They play a very big role in this movie.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where, like, we've heard them talked about. You know, you go back to the original Guardians movie, they talk about, you know, only a celestial could hold an Infinity Stone.
Right.
You know, Guardians 2 with, what's his name? Ego. Talking about he was a celestial.
Yeah.
You know, so you had this kind of like reference to them, but you never had an understanding of what they really were.
Right.
Well, this is going to give you that groundwork now.
Okay.
So the problem the movie has is it's laying a groundwork for something else.
Okay.
You know, and so by the end of it, you're like, okay, I see what you've done. I wonder where this is going.
Okay.
Because what fucking
How was the acting? Pretty good, or was it bad?
I had some problems with Rob Stark.
Really? Kit Harington?
Yeah, no, not Kit Harington. The other Rob, not Jon Snow.
Isn't Jon Snow in it?
He is, yeah.
Kit Harington.
Kit Harington's in it.
Yeah.
But the guy who played Rob Stark.
He's in it too.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah. Yeah, he not so good.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he? No, he was not Black Knight. Kit Harington was Black Knight.
He's going to become Black Knight, yeah.
Okay.
Like, that's the other thing, like, it's because it's always funny with Marvel movies, like, you know, they're laying down more than one track.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's what this movie kind of does. Like, there is a point, like, I'm looking at Kit Harington, and I'm like, well, your name says that you're going to become Black Knight. So, when do you become Black Knight?
Yeah.
You know, and there's a little bit more to that we don't quite get, but we kind of quite get.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay. You know, so, like, I mean, like, overall, like, I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed it for what it was. Like, am I ever going to watch it again? Probably not.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably a bottom-tier Marvel movie for me.
Uh-huh.
Like, and again, like, one of the problems is that I read the Eternals? No. You know, so my buy-in isn't nearly as high as it is with the other movies that they've released.
Yeah.
But I think it's not nearly as good as Shang-Chi was. I think Shang-Chi was a better movie.
Yeah.
Again, no buy-in because I didn't read those comics, but I think the movie was better than the Eternals was.
Right.
But the Eternals did its job.
Yeah. Shang-Chi was a really good movie.
It was. It was a very good movie. Like, it you know, much better than I thought it was going to be. Yeah. But I think it felt more like a Marvel movie because it wasn't just making references.
Yeah.
Like, you had Abomination there. You had Wang. You had at the end credits scene with Captain Marvel and Ruffalo. You know, you had all that stuff kind of there that kind of like, oh, yeah, this is a Marvel movie. I'm right there with you. Where this, it's like they're just making references to the events that have taken place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Nobody ever shows up.
Yeah.
You know, so that was the odd thing about it. Is like, so how does it feel like a Marvel movie because nobody else is there? It's like it felt like its own little universe, which it kind of is, but it's still connected to what everything else is going on.
Right.
You know, so
I'll watch it.
Yeah, I recommend watching it. If you're a Marvel fan, you should watch it.
Yeah.
Because I think you're going to need this movie later on down the line.
Yeah.
You know, to understand what's taking place.
Yeah, it seems like all these movies are starting to connect now, or they're laying down the work for them.
Right. Like, it's laying down tracks. We're getting somewhere, and the tracks are being laid on.
Right, because they laid it down in Shang-Chi. They laid it down in, in the TV series.
Yeah.
I mean, they've laid it down in, apparently, the Eternals.
Yeah.
And they're going to lay it in Spider-Man, and they're going to lay it down in Strange.
Yeah.
So, Strange will probably be the beginning of it.
I mean, there's a lot going on in the Marvel Universe, and this is just one more thing.
Right. So, I'll watch it. I was going to watch it today, but I was stopped.
Yeah. So, that was about it. That's about all I've watched. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it for me, too. I've only been home.
Yeah. So, did you see or hear about... Now, I've never heard of this person. But this apparently was... Let me pull this up here. He is a rapper named Kodak Black.
Okay.
I don't know. So apparently this week he was at a Florida Panthers hockey game. And the Florida Panthers were apparently ecstatic that he was there.
Okay.
They had him on the Jumbotron a couple of times, whatnot and so forth. Well, at some point, I guess during the third period, he got bored.
Okay.
And him and his lady friend were doing what looked like having sex in a private, box.
Okay.
She is bent all the way over on the stairs. When you go into a private box, they always have, that little section of, seats. Down the front, and then up above is where they have couches and TVs and shit for you to not pay attention to the game. Well, she's it looks like she's leaning down on the steps to go down to those little seats, and he's behind her working.
Okay.
Now, this was caught on film from across the rink. The people directly across from him saw what was going on. They recorded it. Posted the internet. Now, apparently, he has said, he being Kodak Black, and apparently other people, who were, there, have said they were not naked, they were not having sex, it was a twerking thing.
Okay.
But still, I feel like there's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah.
A hockey game is not the place to be twerking.
No.
Are you shocked by these?
No.
No, because it's Florida. Because the Florida Panthers, they're in Miami. I can't imagine even when they do well, I can't imagine they draw well.
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know what their draws are.
Yeah. I know that one year.
A lot of Southern teams don't do well.
I know there was that 1 year they were really good. They went all the way to the finals. That year they beat the Penguins in the Eastern Conference Finals. The whole rats on the ice and stuff.
Yeah.
I know that year they drew really, really well, but I think overall they probably don't. Still, having a celebrity of his stature show up, and they're doing very well in the standings. So having him show up, I'm sure so they think it's a big shot in the arm for hey, we're the cool place to be now. And then this happens.
Right.
Fuck.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so weird. At a hockey game.
Yeah.
Whatever. Celebrities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that, yeah. So I thought that was amusing. I thought I'd bring that to your attention.
It's like those celebrities, they don't know anything about basketball, but they're sitting front row at a Lakers game. You know what I mean? I like that kind of thing.
My personal favorite was, and it was a year the Lakers were bad. And Kevin Smith was tweeting from front row of the Lakers game.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know anything about basketball, but I was not able to get tickets front row. Why wouldn't I come?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I found out they stink. That's why I could get the tickets. Jack's not here.
Yeah. Right.
He's like, hey, maybe I get to talk to Jack. No, they stink this year. But, well, I mean, speaking of, it's interesting you went to go see Scream 2, or Scream 5. Because apparently, in promotion this week of this fine movie, Neve Campbell was on the Kelly Clarkson show.
Uh-huh.
First of all, can we just acknowledge that why the fuck does everybody have a fucking talk show? I don't know either. But she was apparently on the Kelly Clarkson show, and she talks about in another movie when she was 17 years old, she was attacked by a bear on the set.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, apparently, the bear was in the scene with her. And, like, they told her, like, we're going to coat your hand with honey. And you're going to wave it around, and the bear's going to chase you. And after you dive behind this log or whatever, then you stick out your hand, the bear will lick the honey off of your hand, and that'll be it. So she's like, okay, sure. And she goes ahead and does this. And then the bear apparently grabs her and starts dragging her off into the woods.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Who does this?
All right.
Like, yeah, we're going to coat your hand with honey. Just, it'll lick it off. I would be like, fuck. Like, at 17, I'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this. I'm not stupid.
Stunt double?
Yeah. Yeah. The bear's trying to took the bear wrangler to attack. Like, had to grab the bear and,
beat it. Like,
yeah.
That's what they did.
That's what they did apparently. Yeah, like, I mean, the bear's like dragging her off, like, to do Lord knows what to her.
Right.
Yeah.
Dinner.
Yeah.
You're going back to the den.
Yeah. I'll find a cave. There's a cave somewhere around here.
And where's that honey at?
Yeah. Yeah, my fucking name ain't Winnie.
Yeah.
Give me that shit. I got teeth. I'm a carnivore.
Yeah. Oh, man. I think she's pretty tiny, too, from what memory serves.
Yeah.
That girl's met her. I met her, too, I guess. In a way.
Yeah, they said, so she was feeding they had her feeding the bear Coca-Cola, not cocaine.
Uh-huh.
Which, and she said, they gave me this big bottle of Coke to feed it. After feeding it, they said, dip your hand in honey and just run. And when you get to the tree over there, turn your hand out to feed the bear. I dipped my hand in the honey, and I ran to this rock. I turn around and put my hand out, and the bear is not slowing down. He is coming for my hand. He grabs me by the leg, and he pulls me through the forest. The whole crew is frozen because no one can believe what's happening. And all I can think to say is, he's biting me. Like it's not obvious.
Yeah.
She said she was rescued by the production's bear wrangler who started throwing rocks at the bear in order to distract it and get it away from the actress. Campbell had no life-threatening injuries from the incident. Looking back at the incident, Campbell concluded, it's silly we get asked to do silly things. No, this isn't fucking silly.
Right.
You were You volunteered to be chased by a fucking real bear.
Yeah. Who does that?
Like, yeah. Like, who talks to 17? You'll be fine. You'll be fine, no problems.
Yeah. Talk about a lawsuit.
Yeah. No, there was no lawsuit. Neve Campbell was like, yeah, it's just the price of fame. I hope we're good with that take.
Right.
Because I ain't doing it again.
Well, the next Steel City con she comes to, guess who's going up with a Smokey the Bear poster?
Oh, that'll be tremendous. Oh.
Can you sign this for me, please?
Yeah. We heard about the bear chasing incident.
Right on his crotch here.
Yeah. Because that's what you were going to get.
Right.
You were getting his red rocket.
Man.
Oh, indeed.
That's funny.
It is. Like, I can't believe that shit happened. It's like a thing of like, I can't believe they let that shit happen. You know?
Right.
The other interesting thing I saw this week, I'd love to get your intake on this, or input, no, intake. What the fuck is that? In a article this week in Bloomberg,
Okay.
cannabis compounds have been found to prevent COVID infection in laboratory studies.
Yeah, I read that too.
Yeah. So, for background, and you know, basically, again, this isn't a 100%er by any stretch of the imagination,
Right.
but they have found that, you know, there are certain cannabis compounds that are effective against the alpha and beta variants of the virus in a laboratory. Mm-hmm. The study did not involve giving the supplements to people. We're comparing infection rates in those who use the compounds compared to those who don't. So this wasn't like, this is just an in-laboratory study. This wasn't actually like given to people.
Right.
But still, it's an interesting, I'm going to call it a hypothesis.
Okay.
Okay. And it makes me laugh because the people who have talked about natural, and again, I am not in any way, shape, or form discouraging anybody from the vaccine.
Right.
The vaccines are obviously there, and I think you should get them if you can.
Yeah.
However, like, natural options should still be studied.
Yeah, well, nothing's being studied.
No. Like, Pfizer doesn't want you to know this.
No, none of them do.
No. Like,
That's why they're shutting down any kind of treatment option there is.
Right.
Which I think is bullshit.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pro-vaccine too.
Right. But I'm also very much pro, like, and we discussed it when we talked about the whole Aaron Rodgers situation, like, pro other ways of trying to strengthen your immune system outside of the vaccine.
Right.
You know, and if you had given me this option,
Right.
you know, I certainly probably would have preferred that myself.
Right.
But so to me, it's this funny thing of like these people, and I've never been somebody who's like put down like a homeopathic like medicines. Mm-hmm. I'd certainly think like there are natural cures to things outside of chemicals that are probably as effective or maybe even more effective.
Right.
But we kind of laugh them out of the building nowadays because, you know, science.
Right.
But, you know, science has been around since the dawn of time.
Right.
You know. So why are we laughing out something natural? Well, because it's not man-made and we can't make money off of that.
Right. Well, yeah.
So, like, these people who are laughing that out of the building, I'm looking at this study and I'm going, well, I'm kind of laughing at you because, you know, this is where we're at. This could work, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
you know,
like, yeah, I get it. Just there has to be more studies on it.
Right? No,
we're going to get funding to get it studied.
Right. I agree with you. Like, I'm not saying like right off the bat, like, let me just start smoking some weed and I'll be A-okay. Like, I agree with you. Like, there do have to be more studies, but you're right. Nobody wants to fund these type of studies because the people who would make money off of this aren't the people who they want to have make money off of this.
Correct.
Which is ridiculous.
Bullshit.
It's like it is. It's complete bullshit.
Right. It's just like that movie Don't Look Up.
Yeah.
Same thing. How do we make the most amount of money off of a life-threatening disease?
Right.
Or cold, or whatever you want.
Right.
Pandemic. How do we make the most money out of it?
Right.
It's exactly what they're doing. Nobody's studying treatments. Everybody's going for the cure. Well, what they think is a cure, but it's not. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I believe in the vaccine and the protection.
Yeah.
But if they would have just focused in on studies, we could have been saving probably a lot more people.
Right.
By treatment.
Right. I mean, there are a lot of other options out there, but we were just like...
Nope.
And here's the thing, like, this is the thing I love. That was Republicans that did that. Like, everybody forgets this. And this is what makes me laugh, especially when people on the right are like, I'm anti-vaccine. This is Trump's vaccine.
Yeah.
This was... Everything that you're talking about with this vaccine was railroaded by Donald Trump.
Right.
Like, this is what he pushed for. And he's proud of this. You know, like,
yeah.
And he's going on record talking about, like, I've been boosted. You know, I have no problem with the vaccine. Neither should you.
Right.
We created this, not the Biden administration. Us.
Right.
And, like, we get the right, like, you know, people on the right in particular are like, you know, oh, no. You know, like, wow.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
It's so weird.
It is. And, like, and I get it. Like, I mean, people are like, well, nobody's making money off of this. No, but everybody's making money off of this.
Oh, look at Pfizer's stock.
Yeah. My insurance paid for mine.
Yeah.
You know, it was free to me.
Someone paid your insurance.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm like, that's what I mean. Like, you know, Pfizer isn't giving us away out of the goodness of their heart.
Right.
And I mean, like, even if you're somebody, because, like, the thing has been, like, the thing to remember is, even if you don't have insurance, you can get this for free.
Right.
Well, who's paying that? Well, that's the U.S. government.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, so it's...
Who's the U.S. government buying from? That's what I'm
They're
saying.
buying from Pfizer.
Exactly.
They're buying from Modella, you know?
Right.
You know, so it's that thing of, like, well, you know, so don't tell me, like, this, like, these companies aren't making money hand over fist off of this, because they are.
Right. And when J&J put out their vaccine, and it was shit.
Yeah.
But they pushed it through.
It's
Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah.
That's big pharma.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where my hesitation comes from.
There's no conspiracy theory there. This is fact.
Yeah.
This isn't conspiracy theory on big pharma. That exists.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a business.
Exactly.
And they're making money off of the people.
Right. But again, like...
Indirectly.
Right. But instead of looking at treatment options and prevention options, we're just going straight to the vaccine. You know what I mean? You know, so that's the frustrating aspect of it. And
the makers of all the testing kits and all the swabs and all the science behind that, and then all the vaccines, and that shit isn't free.
No.
You're getting it free.
Yeah.
But it's not free.
Right.
You're paying for it in some way.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's like, it's ridiculous, and like, it's such...
And the government just throws a big old blanket on top and says, oh, we'll take care of you. No, not really. We're still paying for this indirectly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
my premium's going up. My co-pays are going up. My deductible's going up.
And,
you know,
while the big wigs on top are lining their pockets with all this cash. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
So.
The maximum out of pocket is higher. Because, you know.
But I do think the vaccines work.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree with you. Like, I mean,
do you know what I mean?
I'm not. Again, like, I want to preface this by saying, like, if you've chosen to get the vaccine, I support that. If you choose not to get the vaccine, I also support that.
Yeah.
You know, but like, the point that I'm trying to make, like, especially with this study, is that there could be other ways of combating this.
Right, but we're never going to see that.
No.
Might as well become a witcher.
Yeah. And
an mage.
And it's funny, like the I'm trying to think of the word, and I can't think of the word. Oh God. 1920s, when we couldn't have alcohol, that was called what?
Prohibition.
The prohibition on cannabis.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's absolutely ridiculous. like we've seen over and over and over again how much cannabis is helpful.
Right.
In so many ways. And here's another one that it could be.
Right.
You know, but it's like this prohibition we have on cannabis is like, I mean, and clearly that's, you know, big pharma, because, I mean, they'd be out of business.
Right.
You know?
Right. And then
the weed grower in McKeesport would be expanding even more.
Right. But the thing is, too, is like, there's so many things that everyone, there's just another point to what you're talking about. The opioid problem in the United States. Well, you keep writing the scripts for it.
Yeah.
The Food and Drug Administration hasn't done jack about it.
Yeah.
Right? Because someone was fucking lining their pockets with it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't go to a doctor anymore and not have any kind of anything wrong without them prescribing you opioids.
Yeah.
I mean, there are other alternatives.
Yeah.
You can do a cocktail of Tylenol Motrin that works very well, especially on teeth. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And tooth pain, I'm sorry, tooth pain is one of the most excruciating pains known to man.
Yeah.
It is,
Yeah.
aside from ear.
Yeah.
Now, if you've broken leg or something like that,
yeah,
that's different pain. I mean,
right.
I understand that, but first thing they're writing on a script is opioids.
Yeah.
No matter where you go.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, you get some doctors, they're like, probably Tylenol 3 is good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's a sprain or something like that. But for years and years and years, it was all Vikes and Oxys, and you're wondering why they hit the streets. I mean,
this is a true fucking story.
Seriously,
this was a story when I witnessed it. I was there when this happened. So many years ago, Nancy had her pancreas removed.
Pancreas? Not her pancreas.
Not her pancreas. What the fuck was it?
Appendix?
No, it wasn't her appendix.
Gallbladder?
Gallbladder. That's it. Yeah, gallbladder. Yeah.
Pancreas is a little.
Yeah. You're right.
All right. That's fine.
I blanked. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah.
But so she had her gallbladder removed. And like it was like we didn't like we went to the hospital one time and they're like, yeah, it's anxiety. Like they sent her home.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, finally she went in and they're like, you're about to die.
Yes.
You know, we need to remove this now.
Yeah. And
so they removed it. And she's, in the hospital. This is like Thanksgiving, which was the worst part. And like, I felt like a total dick because like it kept happening. We kept going to the hospital. And they kept sending her home. Like like nothing was wrong. And like the day before Thanksgiving, she comes to me and she's like, I'm sick as a dog. I called my mother. She's coming to take me to the hospital. I'm like, okay, fine. I'm going to work. No problem. I hope you're okay. Like that was it. Because we had so many false alarms on this.
All right.
Well, her mother calls me later that day, like, yeah, they're taking out her gallbladder.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy fuck, okay. So, like, her doctor comes in. I'm not even going to mention the doctor's name, but the doctor comes in. He didn't perform the surgery. He was just like their family doctor. And he comes in, and he goes, so what do you want? She's like, huh? Like, you want oxy? Oxycodone? Which one are you looking at? No, I just have my gallbladder taken. I don't need that.
Right.
And he's like, I'll write you a strip for Oxycontin. And, like, I'm just like you just like handing out like a fucking candy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck did I just see here? I'm like, and that was like 15 years ago. Like he was just like without even thinking, he's like, okay, so which opioid would you like?
And I wonder, like in the deep recesses of stuff that we could probably find that nobody looks for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or know where to go. But I wonder back in the day.
Yeah.
I wonder if there is some kind of thing where, you know, some kind of thing through hospital systems or something that we will reimburse you for this, that, and the other if you push this, and this.
Oh, I'm sure.
Do you know what I mean? Like almost like a kickback?
Yeah, I'm sure there was like a payola system or something back in the day.
Yeah, I think
like,
so too.
hey, yeah, you know, if you push Company X's medications, hello, Rogue.
Good.
Rogue's tail is just going a mile a minute. I'm sorry, folks, but if you push Company X's medications,
right,
and you prescribe X amount of them, we'll give you, you know, a trip to Aruba.
right.
You know, like shit. Like I'm sure that was like the type of shit that, like, you know, took place.
Or certain people had stock in the company.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, like that had to be like, you know, how that shit worked back then.
Which is completely illegal.
Yeah.
How these, you know, how these congressmen and all these higher ups have stock in all this shit before it hits the fan.
Yeah.
And then it hits the fan, all of a sudden, oh, well, you know, good thing I bought that stock. Bullshit.
Right.
Which is completely illegal.
Yeah. But, you know, nobody's looking.
Just like we learned on trading places.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
The orange crop.
Yeah.
It's what they do every day.
Yeah.
Nobody else is privy to that. So, anyway,
yeah.
Insider trading, I guess, right?
Yeah. Well, that was like, there was an episode of The West Wing.
Mm.
And the one character, he sent his friend to Congress to testify about something about, like, software. And like a week before, he had bought like 10,000 shares worth of some software company.
Right.
And after the testimony, the stock increased tenfold.
Right.
And he's like, I was just dabbling in the stock market. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
I did my research. I liked the company. I thought they were good, and I thought this would be a good investment. Like, well, yeah, this is insider trading. You sent somebody to Congress to testify on behalf of these software companies, and based upon their testimony, the stock rose.
Right.
You know,
Right.
He's like innocent. I had no idea that would happen.
Right.
And he's like, well, are you an idiot? He's like, well, yes. You know.
Yeah.
When it comes to shit like this, yes, I am.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. So it's frustrating as fuck because, like I said, not that I think Joe Rogan knows what the fuck he's talking about. I don't. But I do think that there is like a measurable response to the natural stuff. And again.
Well, ivermectin's not natural.
Right. No, I agree. But
vitamin C and zinc are.
Yeah. Right.
Somewhat.
But like this cannabis study.
Oh, yeah.
There are natural options that are out there. Like, I'm not going down the Joe Rogan route, but don't get me wrong. I'm a fat fuck. What I put in my body is I'm not looking at the ingredients of what I'm putting in my body. I had a couple of tasty cake butterscotch crimpets. They're delicious. I'm sure I look at the ingredients on the back of that box, I'd be disgusted. But I'm not looking. So I have no room to be like, oh, I'm worried about what I put in my body. That's not my point. My point has always been about with these companies, and you talk about with Johnson & Johnson, it feels like that episode of Star Trek where hey, Geordi, we need you to figure out how to make this thing work to combat this problem. And he comes back well, I got it together. Well, does it work? Well, I don't know. And the captain's like, well, if it doesn't, we're not going to hold it against you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And luckily it works.
Yeah.
and the ship doesn't blow up.
Right.
But it's like that's how it feels like. It's like these companies came out like, okay, we've got it. Okay, great, let's get it out there. And if something fucks up in 3 to 5 years with people, it's not your responsibility.
Well, that's the clause that you signed.
Yeah. So I mean, that's always been my problem with the vaccine. I'm not anti-vaccine. I just feel like it got rushed to the public without the proper amount of testing. It's still considered a tested product by the FDA.
Right.
So it's like that's always been my problem with it.
Right. Because I don't remember signing any of that for a flu vaccine.
No.
Yeah.
No, yeah. But I mean, that's the problem. So like if in 3 to 5 years they find, hey, yeah, the Pfizer vaccine, we've found out it causes testicular growth, or some oddball bullshit,
Right.
But you can't sue Pfizer because we were in a pandemic.
Yeah. Wow. There it is.
Yeah. That's the problem. So you ready for playoff football tomorrow?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what the shit Juju's gonna do, but
Well, I mean, hopefully
decoy.
that's a possibility. But so if that's the case, and I know it frees up Deontay Johnson,
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
Yeah. No, I get it.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's here's at the end of the day, all I hope is that they cover. I hope they cover the spread. I want to be that guy who says they're gonna win.
Oh.
But it's the Chiefs. This isn't a good team. It's a miracle they won the last 2 games.
Right.
It's a miracle that they're even in the fucking playoffs.
Right.
So it's that thing to me of this is just icing on a cake. Yeah, I saw that. That's ridiculous. Buffalo just destroying the Patriots.
All right.
So to me, it's that funny thing, with the Steeler game. It's just one more game I get to watch. An all-time great take the field.
Yeah.
And hopefully he doesn't shit his pants.
Right.
But at the same time, there's always that possibility.
The only thing that's going to win that game is game plan. And I'm serious.
Yeah.
And I don't think offensively they can have a game plan. I think defensively they might. But if they don't adjust,
Yeah.
it's game over.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a bad feeling Kansas City has too many weapons.
They do, and we can't stop the run.
Yeah. But the thing with Kansas City is you don't even if you do stop the run, you're still fucked.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill's out there, Travis Kelce's out there, whoever the fuck else they've got is out there just running free.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I think that I hate to even say this, but it's going to hinge a lot on it's going to hinge a lot on it if they can get to Mahomes.
Yeah. If they can pressure Mahomes, put pressure on him, keep that Super Bowl that he lost. It was because his offensive line was just held together by chicken wire and duct tape.
Yeah.
And he was under pressure all day, and you could see what's scary is he was still almost really fucking good under pressure like that,
Right.
all day long.
Right.
You could see he just missed a pass here, or a guy drops a pass there, or that should have been caught. He had a bad game, but still looked good having a bad game.
Right.
And so it's that thing of I just don't know how you stop the Chiefs. It's almost got to be you've got to have 10-minute offensive drives to keep that offense off the field. You know, just completely wear their defense down. And unfortunately, the Steelers just can't do that.
Nah. I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm just hoping it's not a blowout. I'm hoping
it's a shootout.
Yeah, I'm hoping Ben has a good game. I'm hoping they look respectable. You know.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like I like everybody's like, oh, this is like the bus in 05. I'm like, no, that was a much better team in 05. You know?
Yeah. There are players on this team that I haven't even heard of before, showing up out of the woodwork.
Yeah, there are guys taking snaps, and I'm like, did you even go to college?
Right.
Like, are you just like you played high school 10 years ago? And
you played flag football at Penn State McKeesport?
Yeah, come on in.
You're in.
Yeah, we'll take you.
We need a running back.
Yeah. Like, I mean, honestly, that's how I feel sometimes. Like, look at like some of the players that are like taking snaps. I'm like, oh, what barrel did they pull you out from under?
Oh, I know.
You know,
These people are just like. At one point in the game, I was like, "Who are these people?"
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what? What's going on right now?
Like, there's nothing worse than like when you hear like a story like when like Al Michaels goes into a story about. So 3 weeks ago, this guy was an Uber driver, and now he's a starting center for the Steelers. You're like, oh my god, oh
Yeah.
you know, like.
That's kind of the Kurt Warner story.
And I understand that, but at the same time, it's not the story you like. You want to hear like everybody's got a pedigree and they've been around, or this person's starting because of their reputation. Like, not that 3 weeks ago this guy was out of football and he was driving Uber. Fuck.
Yeah, I picked this guy cooking at the Pancake House.
Yeah, now he's a starter.
Yeah, he's new tight end.
Yeah.
That's who's been a real blessing to us this year.
Firemouth.
Oh, man. That kid has hands.
I remember, like...
Good Lord, that kid has hands.
When they drafted him, I remember people were like, what the fuck were they thinking?
This guy got some hands.
Yeah. He's a cornerstone piece.
And he's tough.
Yeah.
I think he's tougher than Miller.
I mean, he's getting better at blocking every game.
I don't think he's as good as blocker as Miller was.
No.
Yet.
Yeah. That's key.
But this guy's got sure hands like Miller.
Yeah.
I've seen this kid make some amazing catches too.
Yeah.
And he's tough as fuck.
I mean, and let's face facts.
He's like a cross between Miller and what's that dude we had? He kept getting injured. We got rid of him.
Oh, yeah, the guy who had that vicious stiff arm against Tampa Bay, where just put that kid in the ground.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I can't remember his name. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's face facts. Like, he almost won that Chargers game.
I know he did.
Like, I know he probably wakes up in the middle of the night thinking about that play.
Yeah, probably. Kid's good, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah,
hopefully you'll have someone to pass to.
Yeah.
Because Ben finds his ass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ben finds people who get open. Like, I mean, like he does. Like, if you're out there working your ass off to get open, Ben will find you.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how much time does he have to find you.
This guy's got time, man.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. But Ben, even now, I don't care what people say. The guy's still throwing for amazing yardage. Not necessarily this year as much, but you know what I mean. But if he has time,
yeah,
it's over.
Because I hear this shit all the time. Oh, they got to cut this dink and dunk. They got to throw the ball down the field. Yeah, you've seen this offensive line, right?
Right. But the dink and dunk does drive me crazy.
It does. It drives me crazy too. But
I'd rather them dink and dunk than run on these defenses that you know.
Yeah, but like the problem, right? The problem becomes that you can't run. You can't throw the ball. Like, you can't do a 5-step drop on play action when your offensive line is made of tissue paper.
Yeah, it is.
Because like by the time he hits that fifth step, somebody is already in his face.
Right.
And Ben is a statue.
Right, at this point of the game, yes.
Yeah. Like Ben, like I'm watching highlights of like young Ben and like watching him like get out of tackles and roll out and run this way and run that way and then throw the ball 60 yards down the field for a touchdown. I'm like, well, I miss that Ben. We could use that Ben right now.
Yeah, that's not.
Instead, I've got like bad hip Ben,
Right.
who's like basically got to be in a shotgun at all times because he can't take a 3-step drop even.
Right.
And I mean, it's just that's the problem.
Yeah.
So.
But if he had some little bit of protection, just a little bit of time.
Just a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna fire the ball in the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead, you're throwing 5-yard outs hoping they become 20-yard runs.
Yeah, because I've seen Ben make throws like Mahomes.
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh,
He
yeah.
did it. He's did it in Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I still think one of the best throws and catches was that Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, Super Bowl 43.
Yeah.
The Holmes in the corner.
It was amazing.
That was ridiculous.
I know, wasn't it?
It was. It was Montana-esque.
Oh. I mean, the catch was probably better than the throw.
Yeah.
But
The catch was Clark-esque. I mean, that's...
it was just perfect. It was perfect. But you got to give the guy some time.
Yeah, that's the key. The key is he needs time. And this offensive line gives him none.
That's why I said game planning is your key.
Yeah. But you can't game plan around a bad offensive line.
Yeah, you can. And you can't even do a screen with a bad offensive line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like the problem becomes like people like complain like, well, Najee Harris hasn't been that good. Or,
Najee Harris has been pretty good.
He's been pretty good. Don't get me wrong, but the problem becomes like, again, you can't game plan around a bad offensive line.
Right. But you're not seeing what people aren't seeing. Well, he was the bell cow this year.
Yeah.
But what people aren't saying, I mean, the guy's had over 1,000 yards.
Like,
I mean,
I get that. 1,000 yards is nice, but I've always been in the mindset of like, especially in a 16-game season, now a 17-game season, 1,200 yards is a more like.
No, I get you.
Yeah, because you if you average like 60,
that's still a lot of yards.
Right. If you average 60 yards a game, you can get to 1,000.
Right.
Whereas.
But I think people aren't seeing the long runs from.
Well, to me the problem just is. You can't game plan around a bad offensive line.
Right. You can't get to that second. You can't get to that second level.
Yeah.
Also, too, he does a little zero-way in the background that drives me a little bit nuts. But maybe the holes just aren't there for him to go through.
I don't think they are.
Yeah,
That's part of the problem.
You know that zero-way dance?
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Like more on a number of occasions.
Right.
Where I'm like, come on, dude. But then I've seen him break a couple good ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just his problem is the same as Ben's is the offensive line just doesn't move people.
Right. I'd hate to be a Steelers offensive lineman right now.
Oh,
I mean, that must be the worst job in the NFL right now. Can you imagine?
I mean, there's a reason why this offense is like one of the worst in the NFL. I mean, it's not the quarterback, it's not the wide receivers, it's the line.
Yeah.
And like everyone wants to talk about like, oh, you need a great quarterback and you need the great wide receiver and you need a good offensive line before you get all that.
Yeah.
Ask Joe Burrow, who by the way won today.
Yeah.
The Bengals won a playoff game for the first time in 32 years. Congratulations, Cincinnati.
Yeah, right.
Way to break that streak.
He looked good too.
Yeah. But I mean, Joe Burrow last year behind a bad offensive line ran for his life until his leg finally gave out.
Right.
They finally put a decent offensive line in front of them, and now all of a sudden they're a playoff team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. Like, you have to have at least a decent offensive line.
Right.
I mean, Burrow's mobility helps. A lot of other things help. But, like, the run game can go because the offensive line can at least open a hole.
They have some weapons.
They have a ton of weapons. I mean, they could be a scary team. The only thing that holds them back to me is their ownership.
Yeah.
Like, I have no doubt in my mind the Brown family will fuck this up.
Yeah, right.
But the key to everything is an offensive line. If you don't have a decent offensive line, you can't go.
Right.
And right now, the Steelers do not have a decent offensive line. They have a bad offensive line. And when you have a bad offensive line, nothing else can work.
Right.
Flip side of the ball, if you have a bad defensive line, you're going to get gouged. And other than Kim Hayward.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. And those linebackers aren't helping.
No.
Those middle linebackers are just getting crushed.
Torn up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. And truly, I think one of the reasons, I'm telling you, I think one of the only reasons we're winning games is because of Watt. Or keeping it decent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a game changer. Guy's good. He's real good.
Like, you look at what he does you go back to the first Baltimore win. That 2-point conversion, he influenced the pass.
Right.
Like, Andrews was wide open. They just couldn't get the ball to him because there's Watt with his 1,000-yard wingspan.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, you look at how he influences without even getting to the quarterback, thinking, I only have X amount of time, I have to get the ball out now.
Yeah, yeah.
TJ Watt's coming.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, TJ Watt influences a game without even getting to the quarterback because the quarterback can hear him.
Right.
You know, there's a timer going off in your head. I got to get the ball out now because here comes TJ Watt.
Yeah.
You know, and
we just need that other half.
I think Highsmith is the other half.
You think?
I do. Here's the thing, like you're never going to get another season like this out of TJ Watt. You're never going to get 22 and a half sacks out of him again. Okay? It's a ridiculous number. I once heard a coach say, I think it was on a episode of Hard Knocks, if you can average a sack a game, you're a Hall of Famer no matter what.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's all you need 16 sacks. 1 sack a game. You need to do your job once a game, and you're considered a Hall of Famer. If you get 10 to 12 sacks a year, you're pretty damn good.
Right, right.
You're probably still a Hall of Famer. Like, that's the standard. Like,
right.
So if I can get between 14 to 16 sacks a year out of TJ Watt, and you give me 10 more out of Alonzo Highsmith. Or not Alonzo Highsmith. Alonzo Highsmith played a long time ago for the Houston Oilers. Mm-hmm. But if you can get another 10 to 12 out of Highsmith, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for.
We'll see.
Yeah. So.
Go Steelers.
Go Steelers. So, here was some exciting news to end the show.
Okay.
We got an email.
Okay.
From somebody other than Thad.
Oh, good.
Yeah. This is from Luther Smith.
Cool.
Luther. From this day forward, you're a Dub Lex.
Yeah, have to be.
Have to be. I mean, come on. Luther. Hey, yins guys.
Hey.
Just wanted to write in and say I recently started listening to the show via Stitcher. If you check downloads, I can care less where you're listening to us from. I'm just glad you're listening to us.
All right.
And really enjoy it. I started because I heard you guys from Hobie mention your podcast and thought, what the fuck? I'll give it a go. Being a Marvel, DC, Super Star Wars nerd / geek myself, I have enjoyed the topics you've covered recently.
Cool.
I would also like to add, I was sorry to hear about the passing of your grandmother / aunt.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. It was cool hearing your stories and had me thinking about the time I spent at my grandmother's house. She passed away in 2013. Well, that's cool.
sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry to hear your grandmother passed. That's not cool. But I think it's cool that we were able to bring up that you were able to think about those stories of your own.
Right.
That was what I thought was cool. I did sound like a bit of a dick there, didn't I?
That's why I corrected you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's late.
Yeah.
So anyway, I wanted to shout out and say, hey, say, good God.
Man, read, son.
Yeah. Anyway, just a shout out to say, hey, and let you guys, you've got another listener. Thanks, guys. Cheeto. I'm guessing that's his nickname. That's an unfortunate nickname.
Well, whatever.
Well, I mean,
It's his nickname. It's his nickname.
It's his nickname. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, many people call Donald Trump the Cheeto now because of his orange complexion.
I see.
So I hope you've had that well before the Trump administration, which I'm sure you probably did. I'm interested to hear how you got that nickname.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
Like, were you like that kid in high school who just had Cheeto hands all the time?
Nice.
I'm curious.
I remember people with Dorito hands all the time.
Yeah.
Doritos were big when we were young.
They
More
were.
so than Cheetos.
Yeah. Yeah, Cheetos weren't a thing. Like Doritos were like the currency of choice.
I can remember when Cool Ranch came out.
Oh.
Everyone was like, oh, did you get the Cool Ranch Dorito?
Yeah. You would have thought the world fucking changed the day Cool Ranch Doritos came on.
I know.
Like, honestly, like, that was like... motherfuckers were like, this is the shit.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I'll stick with regular Doritos.
Yeah, I didn't like them anyway, so I've never eaten Doritos.
I'm not a big Dorito eater. Like,
I never liked how they taste.
Like, every once in a while, like, I'll get like a bag, like a small, like a snack bag of them. And like, I'll enjoy that. I've seen them used, and this is where I'm like, ooh, that's not good. Like on a walking taco.
That's what they do, right?
I prefer it with Fritos.
Yeah.
Like, give me the corn chip.
I don't like walking tacos. I think they're too messy. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I get that. I get your point
It's
there.
too messy.
Yeah.
I don't want to be licking my fingers.
Yeah. I get where you're coming from. Yeah.
It goes against my practices.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I get your point. Like, I'm not there. You know, you know what I mean. Like, but like also,
I'm not saying I'm stuck up for anything. I'm a germphobe. So
yeah,
licking my fingers is taboo.
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah, so I get that. Like, I get like it clicked all of a sudden. Like, oh, I can see that. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with
the
class system here. It's just too germy for me.
Yeah.
I'm putting my hands on a bleacher that had all kinds of asses all over it. And now I'm licking my finger.
Yeah.
It has the old walking taco mess on it.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, thank you.
No. I'll take a handhold snack, please.
Yeah.
Handheld.
I'll just do with the traditional hot dog.
Yeah. Slice of pizza.
Yeah.
Whatever. I think I have to
lick my
scoop cheese out with my finger.
Yeah.
With my Coke nail. Yuck.
My Coke nail. Oh, that's so 70s.
Yeah. But, you know.
Oh, tremendous.
Yuck.
So anyway, Luther, Lex.
Thanks for writing that.
First off, thanks for writing in. 2, I gotta know how you got the nickname Cheeto or why you called yourself Cheeto.
Yeah.
It's morbid curiosity at this point. And 3, where do you stand on walking tacos?
Yeah.
Would like to know.
Yeah, sure.
Inquiring minds want to know.
You're right.
Actually, me and Ian are probably the only 2 people who give a shit.
But it's 2 people that give a shit.
Yeah, but we give a shit, damn it. And it's our show.
Yeah.
So, before we sign off, just a reminder, next week, we will be at the Nerd Corner.
Hey.
next Saturday, we will have a special guest there. From what I understand, Keith has asked for somebody to come on the show. I said, sure, because you're kind enough to let us come invade your space.
Sure.
You know. So that'll be exciting. But don't let that stop you. Please come out and say hi if you can.
Yeah.
We like that. So that's going to be next Saturday, January 22nd, at the Nerd Corner in White Oak. Right there on Lincoln Way. Very, very easy to find. Great place to come and spend some of that that Christmas money you got, maybe, if you still have some laying around. You don't know, like your aunt probably slipped you a little card with a little $5 in it.
Fin.
Come on down, spend that money.
Yeah.
You know. I'll be there. I should be there about 4:30. Ian usually shows up sometime after 5 o'clock. He graces us with his presence.
Usually because I'm running around.
Well, I assume you're probably down at the sports card store, probably looking over the counter like, oh, look at this, you know. Oh, shit, I got to go do a podcast. I got to go. You know. So...
It's a dead butkus.
Yeah.
Gotta get it.
How much for this No Sean Moreno?
Yeah, I have it. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I got it free.
Yeah.
So it didn't cost me nothing.
Yeah.
Damn that guy.
Yeah.
I have a graded 10 rookie card.
Nice.
It's worth $0.25.
The quarter.
I think.
I just want the Carl Yastrzemski with the lamb chop. The mutton chops.
I've been going after World Steelers if I could find him.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Yeah.
I'll never get that Bradshaw, but I might be able to get Bradshaw a couple years in.
Mike Merriweather.
Have him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I can get Bradshaw a couple years in, I'll never get that rookie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
wow.
Second, third year,
yeah,
it's possible.
Yeah. You never know.
I take the rookie shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a C graded card.
Or D.
Yeah. Just have Bradshaw.
Yeah.
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 I get that.
Because I got everybody, well, most everybody else.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so if you'd like to write in, like Luther here has, or Cheeto, as he's known to his friends, you can send us an email. That email address is pittsburghnerd@yahoo.com. You can also find us. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. Just search Pittsburgh Nerd. We're very, very easy to find. And remember, we are on a number of podcasting networks. You can find us on the Tangent Bound Network, the Weeby Geeks Network, and the Pod Breed Network. I blanked for a second there.
That's all right.
Pod Breed Network. Just give them a Google search. You can find all the other great podcasts they have to offer. And lastly, as always, I want to thank you, dear listener, for checking us out each and every week. Can't thank you enough for enjoying our hijinks and or shenanigans. And on that note, the dreamer has awakened.
Peace.